You know, what generation for the government too.
And also take streets out of the
absolutely, absolutely. And the kids will have good role models. That's what we need. There will be good news about Nigeria.
I agree with you.
You know, positive news about Nigeria. We need to accentuate that more. We need to get that out more. Not just people hearing about Nigeria when it comes to fraud. That's just tiny bit of Nigeria. Yeah. We have more positive things going on in Nigeria. Sports, boxing, let's showcase that.
I agree. Larry, talk me through some of the belts you have right in front of you that you've accomplished.
I had the represented the prize fighter trophy because last time he got broken, so I went back to the boxing. Prize fighter is the biggest tournament in professional ranking, whereby you can have anybody can enter. For example, Floyd Mayweather, if his career is going down the drain, he can jump in and get his career back up. Bounce back. And I go into a prize fighter with only 2 fights to my name and managed to win the whole tournament, to win the whole tournament. And after that, for the International Masters, which was 10-rounder, smashed it as usual. You know, we've got the talent, as Ajose said, and the other one is in. I forgot to bring that, which is the African title.
The African, the one against Joseph.
Yeah, the ABU.
That means that's a very important belt, particularly the way you got it against Joseph Baptiste. So I understand. I just said, tell us, how did you get to retain and then have the Commonwealth belts for keeps? What did you do?
Well, with the Commonwealth title, if you win it, then you got to keep it. Well, you might, even if you're beaten on the ring, if you've been dethroned, then you still keep a copy. But in my own case, I was never beaten, you know, so I continued winning, and nobody wanted to challenge me anymore. Oh. So I was like, okay, I relinquished it so that other people can fight for it. Okay. That because nobody wanted, even in the UK, nobody wanted to fight me anymore. So because I was too good for my own good, so I had to try and aspire, you know, higher and try and go for a world title.
And that's a Nigerian. That's what we're talking about. That's a Nigerian doing big things with boxing internationally. Let me come to you, Larry Kundale, still undefeated. Yep. That should make you smile. But talk to me about the most difficult fight you had.
To be honest, every fight is difficult. You just have to be mentally prepared, and it takes a lot of sacrifice. As Ben mentioned earlier, you know, it doesn't matter how talented and how much they appreciate our talent, we will always be a second-class citizen, you know. And having to have someone like Ben to support myself and Olusegun Ajose, and I think that's alone is the hardest part, to be honest. Making your way through the whole British fighter or anywhere in the world when you're not in your own backyard, it's always going to be hard, you know. So most of the time they want to catch you off guard. I won the British title eliminator because I was out for about a year due to some personal issues, but I was chucked in there with this prospect that they thought he's gonna win because he was the hot prospect. Stopped him in the 5th.
Wow. And
as Ajose said, sometimes you being good end up becoming your own cost. So I can't even, nobody want to get in there anymore. And having to have people, I mean, what we would like to have right now to help us with our career and all the youngsters that's coming is to have the support of the government.
That's right. Behind us,
bring the sport glory back home. Nigeria, we're known from being good boxers, and you know, if we can manage to get that, we get, from myself and Ajose, manage to get support from Harik and like the private sectors, you know. Our special advisor, Mr. Bimba Robert, we've been selected to be the diaspora, the ambassador for the diaspora Nigerian investors, you know.
Very cool.
And I didn't get a degree in school. you know,
you got a degree in boxing.
I got a degree in boxing, and I'm a role model.
That's right.
You know, I become ambassador, so we can help all the young stars and get them off the street.
But it's also important that at some point you realize that you need some education, and you went back to school. Very important.
Of course, you know, education is important, but education is not all about what you learn in classroom.
That's right.
There you go. So sometimes, and you know, like when you get to a certain stage in your life, and you know what you didn't want to do at first, sometimes some people have to reverse. So they don't want to go to school because they don't see the use of it. But when they get to a point where they think, you know what, school will always be there. I can always go back.
Go back. That's it.
You know.
That's it. Let's talk about the welterweight category. Everyone talking about what Floyd Mayweather Jr. has done, Manny Pacquiao. But let me talk to you about Americano Canelo Alvarez. Where do you think that will go?
That's a very good fight. You know, it's going to be a potentially good fight. And the way I say it, I think I'm going to give Canelo a lot of credit for taking on that fight in the first place, because Canelo is a puncher and he's a bigger guy, and for him to step up from welterweight to middleweight, I don't know about that. And he's not well known for his chin, so that is Amir Khan. He doesn't really have strong chin. And he's taking on a guy who can really punch, who can crack.
And also take punches.
Yeah, so he has the boxer's ability, which is the speed. He has that to his advantage, Amir Khan. But if I have to put my money on it, if I have to put my house on it, which I wouldn't, I'm going to have to put it on Canelo.
Oh, Canelo?
Yeah.
You disagree?
Well, to be honest, I think it could go either way. I just mentioned Canelo can bang. Amir Khan's got dodgy chin, but Amir Khan's been in with someone like, what is this kid, the Argentina kid?
Maidana?
Maidana.
He get knocked down.
He got knocked down, but he
Garcia
got the ability. He got the
knocked
ability.
him out.
He got the. Anyone could get knocked out though. To be honest, anyone could get knocked out. But he's got the ability to move for the whole 12 rounds without getting himself involved in the war.
Okay, we'll wait. That fight will be done May the 7th. We'll come back to see if the boxers are actually correct. Let's talk about if you have a chance to see Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua.
I don't see that happening for now.
At the moment, that's not going to happen, because Anthony Joshua is not ready for him yet. He's not ready for him yet. He's being projected well. He's been promoted well, been managed well. They're not going to, feed him to Wilder yet.
In addition to that, that's what we're talking about. Having the right people. If you have people to support you, you can fight. Of course, but
you need to be guided.
He's the Olympian. He's the Olympic gold medalist, and he's doing well. But he still needs to be guided well. But we don't get a chance as a foreign fighter.
We were always opponents.
We always the opponents. It's always the other way around.
Wow. Okay, we're about to go, but we're getting messages. Keep them coming. I know we might not be able to read loads of those messages tonight, but we'll read them. Ajose and Larry Ekundayo, how much money do I need to put on the table to get you guys fight yourselves?
It's a tough one. But because I like you, I'm gonna give you a discount. make it $10 million, and I might consider.
But I'm just wondering, Larry, would you be able to look at Ajose and throw punches at him?
With some million, I think that's possible.
Well, I think with some million, as I said, Ajose will stop talking to me. If I said to him, listen, Uncle, I don't want that to happen. Ajose has always been my mentor from when I was a kid. I always look up to him, and a lot of fighters does. And seeing this man here is a great honor to work with him as well. When the last fight I was working with him, I had an injury, and he said, listen, it's not about fighting, and he guided me through it. You need somebody like him, knowledgeable like him. You can't buy knowledge. And this man, even when, I'm not even going to say it, but I'll keep it.
Maybe we'll just separate you guys with the right money. Thank you so much, Olusegun Ajose, for coming. Larry Ekundayo, the natural. Wish you guys all the best as you continue to do big things in boxing, particularly taking it back to the grassroots to develop.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. We'll just take this message on Twitter and I'll wrap up the show. Shakers and Dice says, I think we need to start setting up boxing gyms at different locations in the country to develop the sport, and we totally agree with you. That's the show. But remember, you can keep talking to us on Twitter, we're channels_sports, and on Facebook, we're channels-sports. On behalf of the ever-winning sports team at Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria, I'm Austin Okonakman. Boxing just gone down. You and I can make it work again. As we do so, remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.